No, no, oh no, no, please do not do that. You gon' get smacked. You gon' make Bobby attack. You gon' make Bobby boy snap. You gon' make Bobby boy snap. Bobby boy.
AJ Blue here. Today we're going to be doing an album review. We're doing Confessions of a Dangerous Mind from Logic. I've been a Logic fan since about middle school, young Sinatra days, up until now. So it's been a good while. I've been a Logic fan. And the reason I'm doing this is because a couple of days ago, I put, when the album released, I put on my social media how I felt about the album. A bunch of people requested I do a video or an explanation on why, because they wanted to hear my opinion, so that's why I'm doing this. To start off, we're just going to jump right into it. Redundancy and repetitiveness of the album. It was super annoying. There was way too much of it. It just felt very, very lazy, and here are some examples.
I'm killing this shit, yeah, I'm killing this shit. Oh yeah, I'm killing this shit. Bobby, how many times you been killing this shit? Find another round, goddamn, nigga shit.
I don't really wanna glorify it, but the streets glorify it, so I gotta glorify it for the people throw it right. It's just me and my clique, rapping get money. Rapping get money, said rapping get money, motherfucker, ain't this shit funny? Don't do it for money, don't do it for money, but if it come down to the money.
Like, yeah, that was just ridiculous. I just don't understand why he would do that. It's just annoying. It's lazy for somebody of his caliber. Logic is known to be one of the top MCs, especially with his earlier work. So it just doesn't feel right. It seems very lazy. He seemed very off on this album, the entire album. Let me get into this song Wannabe. I believe Wannabe is the third track on there. Wannabe was a wasted track, and it was just so bad that I feel like I had to single it out. It starts off with the, a slight build up, and then he gets into the hook, and it's repetitive, like I told you the whole album was. He does that for until maybe 35 to 40 seconds. The song, mind you, is maybe a little bit more than a minute. He has a verse in there with no content, and then he goes back into that Wannabe shit again in the verses. And then the song's done. So terrible fucking song. That was it was a waste of a fucking song. He got washed by almost every single feature on here. We had YB and Cordae, Eminem, Gucci Mane, Wiz Khalifa, G-Eazy. None of those are, small names by any means. It's not like these are terrible people. But Logic considers himself a top-tier MC. He shouldn't be getting washed by everybody. He should at least be keeping up with people on here. Everybody killed him. In my opinion, everybody killed him on here. There wasn't a single Logic verse on a feature that I liked better than his feature verse. That's a problem. On the album, he says he's top 5. That was not showing top 5 skill to me. So I had to call that out because, I care about the bars and about the lyrics, and if you're going to call yourself the best, you got to prove that shit. So that was another one. He talks about the biracial stuff way too much, man. I mean, in the past, we've made fun of it, we've memed it, whatever. He's kind of taking advantage of it now. There's nothing wrong with expressing how you feel, don't get me wrong. But we've heard this on multiple albums. We've heard this fucking 3-4 projects straight, just him straight talking about this, and he did this on multiple songs on here, and it's tired, man. I'm tired of hearing this shit. Talk about something else, man. Like, I'm over it. So there's that. He talks about his fame on almost every single song in a super uninteresting, uninspiring way. It's not like he's telling us tales of how he got to where he was, because we've heard it all before. We know that he's famous. We know that he sells out arenas. We know this already. He's talking about it in a very braggadocious way that's not clever. There's nothing wrong with braggadocious rap. In fact, I love fucking braggadocious rap. But it's just very uninspired and not clever once again. It just feels very forced and lazy, and I just was not fucking with that shit. So this is a big point for me. He was talking about his dick and fucking bitches on almost every fucking song. And, think about the shit I already said he does on every song. It's just, there's no content. What is he talking about? The album's called Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, and he's just talking about getting his dick sucked. And, dick sucking lines are cool. Dick lines are cool. You're talking about getting your dick sucked. If they're clever and in a bar, for example, people who are good at this are Royce da 5'9", Lil Wayne. They always have clever dick lines. They always have clever, fucking lines. That's what rap is about. Finding a different, clever way to say something that's been said. He did not do that one time. That shit was lame as fuck, and I was tired of hearing it right away. There's no complexity in his bars, and Logic in the past has been a very complex MC. He uses multis, he fucking, he can double time a little bit, he can do a little bit of everything, but Here, you know, it was just rhyming single syllable words over and over again the whole fucking time, saying shit he says all the time. He was rhyming fuck that, buck back. He does that all the time. If you're a Logic fan, you've heard him do this. So he was just, you know, using super old tactics he's used before, recycled bars, just very, very simple, lame shit. And to hear one of your favorite rappers that's, you know, a very usually a very complex MC do that is, it's just, I don't know what's going on. It felt lazy. Like, that's kind of the theme of this album, is it felt very lazy. But other than that, I mean, it wasn't completely bad. I mean, the fucking production on here was stellar. Almost every single beat I really, really loved. The album artwork looks fucking incredible. There's even a few of his verses that weren't terrible. The YBN Corday song, he has the first part of that song I really like. I don't like the second song, but the first part where he comes in and YBN goes in, pretty dope. First part of Homicide's alright. He goes in. The Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, self-titled, is actually it's a pretty decent song. I wish he would have kind of expanded and got a little bit more complex on there, but he got his point across. It was a decent song. And even the last song, Lost in Translation, was decent until the very last part. It took me back to Incredible True Story. He even like threw that fade away bar in there, and I mean that it was recycled, and that kind of bothered me. But at least he referenced where he fucking got it from, and it was his bar, so I mean it was all right. But I mean that's pretty much how I feel about the album overall. Just to recap, it was very lazy, very redundant, it was just annoying overall. It was just annoying. I got tired of hearing it. There's almost no replay value. I don't want to go back and listen to any of the songs except for maybe Homicide. So that's kind of how I felt about the Confessions of a Dangerous Mind album. I might do some more of these, so you guys let me know if you liked it. AJ Blue, and I'll see y'all later. I'm doing small gigs and killing it. I know they feeling it. Sincere with every word. I'm so diligent and real.